So guys, this is kind of crazy, but on some stuff I'm running an experiment. I'm actually going to see how this does. Like, I like the color that's on the wall. I think it's soothing, okay? And I like weathered looking, kind of, you know, gnarly looking wood like is on this bench top. So I was like, well, hell, why not just take photos there instead of putting my background up? And I'm not doing this for everything. Like, you know, new in box stuff, I probably wouldn't do it. But for this, like, I think this looks okay. I don't know. What do y'all think? What do y'all think? I mean, I'm going to give it a shot regardless. Because I kind of like just chunking stuff up here and snapping photos. And I got my lights here and here. And I think the pictures actually look kind of good. And I think the blue may give a little interest. And I'm not telling anybody to do this, by the way. I'm just trying it. Okay, so y'all might have seen the other day when I picked these up. This Cytec or Saytec. It's probably Cytec, I think. It's got a throttle with a little LCD panel thing on it. And then here's the actual flight stick here. And if y'all remember, these were like really sticky. And a couple of y'all said to rub really hard. I think maybe one of y'all said to rub really hard with paper towel with alcohol on it. And I've done that before on other thicker rubber before. And it didn't work. But you know what? That actually worked on these. And the reason is because the layer of rubber on top was super thin. So that method actually worked. I used 91% isopropyl alcohol. And I rubbed these both down really good. There's a little bit of like film sort of still on it. But yeah, I mean, that worked. It's not sticky anymore. So what I'm going to do now is I'm actually going to test these out. And I have a Windows machine hooked up right here to do that with. So I'll show y'all how that goes. I haven't even tested them yet. I cleaned them first, which is actually kind of dumb. I should have tested them first. But I just didn't want to touch the sticky things anymore. If you've ever felt broken down rubber where it's like broken down and all sticky, gooey and stuff, it is so gross to touch that. I hate it. Okay, so first thing I'm going to do is I'm just going to plug this into the USB port, and this has a this plugs into the computer, and then there's another cable that runs between here and here. So this stick does not actually plug directly into the computer. This throttle control is the one that actually plugs into the computer. I may have called it a rudder, I don't know. It's not a rudder, it's a throttle. So let me plug this in, if I can. Ugh. And look, this is a good sign. Check this out, guys. That little LCD is coming up. It says mode 2. There's a mode switch over here on this stick. Let me move that. Oh, look, check that out. As I move that, mode 1, mode 2, mode 3. So this is that's a good sign. Let's check out some more stuff. So I'm going to go on the computer now, and I'm going to actually go to, let's see, what do I go to? Game controllers, I think. I'm just typing in game controllers, and look, this little setup, yeah, you can see it. Setup USB game controllers right here comes up. I'll just tap on that. And I'll wait, and there. You know, let me adjust the camera. Let's see if we can get a better shot of that. If I was really pro, I would be like screen sharing this instead. Man, that is super bright. Let me bring that down. There we go. Perfect. So, yeah, you see it, recognize it. Cytec X52 flight control system, status okay. So that's good. It recognized it, and we'll go to properties now. And this is what you want. Let's see if we can see that. Yeah, you can see that. Let me drag it over here. So this is what you want. Man, there's a lot of buttons on this sucker because it's got the buttons for both of these controllers. And then what you do is, like, right now I'm doing, hang on, let me back out. It's going to be a little dim because I adjusted the brightness. But now, you see I'm moving this back and forth. You see that moving right there. And then if you look at the little square with the crosshairs in it on the left there, you should see that moving around as I move the flight stick around. So that's cool, right? And then there's all these other little things on here. Oh my gosh. But all these are, look, it even has, that's the mode switch. I just sold a yearbook. I just sold a LSU yearbook for 30 bucks. That's a good sale. But all these things, and like, look, I'm going to do this switch right here. And let's look at the screen. You see that? You see that one moving up and down? So Windows is really easy to test. The heck is that? Your game controller is not connected correctly? What? What the heck is that? Oh, I don't think it was plugged in all the way. Let me see. Retry. Okay, it's working again. Alright, so there, that slider works. Look, this little thing right here, I'm turning it. I see that moving, and then every button, see, like I'm hitting this button here, it registers there. So Windows is really, really good for testing these controllers. And now I'm just going to go through, I'm going to hit every button, I'm going to turn every every dial and knob and everything. So that's how you test them. And guys, it was plug and play. There's no drivers or anything like that. You saw me plug it in. That's the first time I ever plugged it in. And yeah, it's really not hard. Even with something that looks kind of this complex to test, it's not. You know, like you plug it in, you search game controllers, you go to properties, and then you start fiddling with knobs and watching the screen. You know, that's it. All right, guys, let's talk about this this cash flow game. And yeah, this is kind of a bolo, you know, cash flow. I've never had one before. I saw the reason I want to talk about it. So the reason I knew to buy this game, and I found it at Goodwill yesterday for $3.99. The reason I knew to buy the game was from watching Steve and Steph, the Resale Killers, and I'll put a link to them down below if you haven't watched them before. They do great live streams. That's what that's their forte, is live streams and live interaction with their viewers. Really, they're good at it. They're really good. But they were live streaming from a flea market, and they walked by this thing, and one of their viewers said, "Hey, go pick up that game." So they went back and they looked it up and they said, "Sure enough, yeah, it's a great buy." And I looked it up back then too, and I'm like, wow, that's crazy. I never even heard of that game. I'll probably never, and I also said at the same time, I'll probably never see one of those. And lo and behold, I don't even know how long ago that was. 3, 4, 5 months ago. And then yesterday, I'm at the Goodwill and walk in. I'll look around the electronics. Don't really find anything. I'll scan the books real quick. Don't literally scan. I'm talking about eyeballs. And I don't find anything. I'm about to walk out. And I walk by this other little setup display thing, and I see Mr. Cashflow here, and I'm like, oh, I know to buy that, and I picked it up, and I got out of there, and it turned like an airball trip into a trip where there's several different versions of this game. I was talking to Steve yesterday. He said there's a couple of different versions, but I mean minimum probably $40 for this, I would guess. We'll see how it does, but I only paid $4 for it. So instead of leaving there with nothing and making no money, I'm going to make, you know, 30 to 40 bucks or maybe more if I have the right version. I got to check it out. But that's so powerful how quickly and how efficiently knowledge can spread, and how, like, if you just pay attention, like, and a lot of times when I have YouTube going, I'm doing other stuff, you know, but every now and then I'll kind of perk up like, wait, what are they talking about over there? You know? And that was one of those times. And, you know, you just pick up all these little tidbits, add them to your arsenal, and then they pay off down the road. You know, this is obvious stuff, guys, but I love it. That's That's what I love about YouTube, is spreading that information and then taking that information in. I think it's a beautiful thing. I really do. All right, gang, a little busy today, so I'm going to cut this vlog off here, and I'm going to say goodbye for now, and I will see y'all tomorrow. John, the Cincinnati Picker, and I are doing This Week in Reselling. We've been off for a few weeks, but the show will be back tomorrow, and yeah, I don't even know what channel it's on this week, but I will know tomorrow at some point, and we'll post a link to that show in the This Week in Reselling Facebook group, which I'm pumping now. You didn't even know it yet, but I am advertising it for no reason other than it's a fun little place to discuss things and post finds and just, you know, try to maintain a positive atmosphere there. So no bullshit. You know what I mean? Like no like hypercritical stuff or anything like that. I like the group a lot. But we also, the main reason we originally came up with the group was to actually, you know, post the link to the This Week in Reselling show, since the show was moving back and forth between the channels. So I enjoy the group, and if you're a positive person that would like to share knowledge and get knowledge and know where the show is going to be, come join us over there. I'm going to put a link down below to the This Week in Reselling Facebook group. It's fun. Come try it out. And I will see y'all tomorrow for that show, which is at, wow, I don't even know what time the damn show is tomorrow. But I'll see y'all there tomorrow. Y'all have a good night, guys. Bye-bye.